Lucas Nichols was a boy who loved to watch ants. From the safe vantage point of his porch, he would peer down at the little black specks scurrying about in their intricate lines, marveling at their industry. But Lucas wasn't just an observer, he was a disturber. It was a game for him, smashing ant hills, spraying them with water, or using magnifying glasses to burn them. He never thought much about what he was doing. They were just ants, after all. But the ants thought differently. Deep underground, in a vast network of tunnels and chambers, the ant colony buzzed with activity and anger. The Ant Queen, a wise and ancient ruler, convened a council of the elders. They had tolerated the boy's antics for too long. "We must teach him a lesson," the queen decreed, her antennae twitching with determination. One night, while Lucas slept, the ants put their plan into motion. A group of soldier ants crept into his room, carrying a vial of their most potent shrinking potion. They poured it into his mouth, and as Lucas dreamed of towering over the ant hills, he began to shrink. When he awoke, Lucas found himself in a world transformed. His bed was a mountain, his desk a towering skyscraper. And the ants, his former victims, were now his equals in size and number. He was no longer the bully, he was an ant-sized boy in an ant-sized world. The ants carried Lucas through their labyrinthine tunnels, finally emerging into the heart of the jungle. This was not the backyard he knew. It was a sprawling, green wilderness, teeming with life and danger. The Ant Queen greeted him with a stern expression. "You have tormented us, Lucas. Now, you will understand our world. To return to your normal size, you must find the golden leaf, hidden deep within this jungle. It is guarded by the fearsome tiger beetle." Lucas gulped. He had heard stories about the tiger beetle, a creature as terrifying as it was swift. But he had no choice. Nodding, he accepted the task, and with a small group of ant guides, he set off into the jungle. The jungle was alive with sounds and shadows. Every rustle of leaves, every chirp of a cricket seemed amplified in this miniature world. Lucas had never felt so vulnerable. As they ventured deeper, they encountered their first obstacle, a wide, fast-moving river. The ants, skilled engineers, quickly began constructing a bridge using leaves and twigs. But halfway across, disaster struck. A sudden storm rolled in, and the bridge began to sway violently. Lucas grabbed onto a twig, holding on for dear life as the river raged below. One of his ant companions, a brave soldier named Arya, called out to him. "Hold on, Lucas! We need to work together." Using teamwork, they managed to stabilize the bridge and reach the other side. Exhausted but undeterred, they pressed on. As night fell, the jungle transformed. Shadows deepened, and strange noises filled the air. The group decided to camp, but their rest was short-lived. In the middle of the night, Lucas was woken by a sticky sensation. He was ensnared in a spider's web. Panic surged through him as he saw the spider approaching, its 8 eyes gleaming in the darkness. Arya and the other ants quickly mobilized, attacking the spider with precision. Lucas, using his wits, managed to cut himself free with a sharp rock. Together, they drove the spider away, but Lucas knew that they had only just begun to face the dangers of the jungle. The next morning, the group encountered a wise old beetle named Bertram. Bertram had lived in the jungle for many years and knew its secrets. He offered to guide them in exchange for a favor. "There is a rare flower," Bertram explained, "the moon blossom, which blooms only under the full moon. Its nectar has healing properties that my people desperately need. Bring it to me, and I will help you find the golden leaf." Grateful for the guidance, Lucas and his companions agreed. They set off on another quest, now with a new goal in mind. Finding the moon blossom was no easy task. It grew in a part of the jungle known as the Whispering Woods, a place of mystery and magic. As they ventured deeper, Lucas felt the weight of the jungle's watchful eyes. They arrived just as the full moon began to rise. The woods were illuminated in an ethereal glow, and there, in a clearing, was the moon blossom. Its petals shimmered like silver in the moonlight. But the flower was guarded by a swarm of fireflies, their tiny bodies flickering with a fiery glow. Lucas, thinking quickly, used a reflective leaf to create a distraction. The fireflies, attracted to the sudden burst of light, moved away, allowing Arya and the others to collect the precious nectar. With the moon blossom secured, they returned to Bertram, who gratefully accepted the gift. True to his word, he gave them directions to the tiger beetle's lair. The journey to the tiger beetle's lair was fraught with danger. The jungle seemed to close in around them, as if trying to prevent their passage. But Lucas, now more determined than ever, led his companions with newfound courage. Finally, they reached a vast clearing, dominated by a massive tree. At its base was the entrance to the tiger beetle's lair. The air was thick with tension as they approached. The tiger beetle emerged, its carapace gleaming in the sunlight. It was a fearsome sight, but Lucas stood his ground. "I seek the golden leaf," he declared. The tiger beetle regarded him with cold eyes. "Many have tried, boy. None have succeeded. Why should I give it to you?" Lucas took a deep breath. "Because I've learned my lesson. I understand now the importance of every life, no matter how small. I'm not here to destroy, but to protect." For a moment, there was silence. Then, the tiger beetle nodded. "Very well. Prove your worth." A fierce battle ensued. The ants fought bravely, and Lucas, using his quick thinking and agility, managed to outmaneuver the tiger beetle. In the end, it was not strength but compassion that won the day. Lucas spared the tiger beetle, showing mercy where none was expected. Impressed by his bravery and humility, the tiger beetle revealed the golden leaf, hidden within the roots of the great tree. Lucas took it with reverence, feeling its power course through him. With the golden leaf in hand, Lucas and his companions returned to the ant colony. The ant queen awaited them, her eyes filled with pride and relief. "You have done well, Lucas," she said. "You have proven that even the smallest among us can be mighty." The golden leaf was used to reverse the shrinking potion, and Lucas began to grow back to his normal size. But before he left, he knelt before the ant queen. "Thank you for this journey. I will never forget the lessons I've learned here." With a final wave to his ant friends, Lucas returned to the human world. The backyard looked different now, not just a playground but a thriving ecosystem, filled with creatures deserving respect and protection. Lucas's adventure in the jungle had changed him. No longer did he torment the ants. Instead, he became their protector, ensuring that their colonies were safe from harm. He built small bridges for them, provided food, and even created miniature ant houses. The neighborhood children watched in awe as Lucas, once known as the ant bully, became the ant hero. He shared his story with them, teaching them about the importance of kindness and respect for all living creatures. Years passed, and Lucas grew into a wise and compassionate young man. He pursued a career in environmental science, dedicated to preserving the natural world. The lessons he learned in the jungle guided him in every step, reminding him of the interconnectedness of all life. And deep in the jungle, the ants thrived, their colony stronger than ever. The story of the boy who became an ant-sized hero was passed down through generations, a tale of redemption and the power of understanding. The golden leaf remained a symbol of hope and change, a reminder that no matter how small or insignificant one might feel, they have the power to make a difference. And so, the boy who once bullied ants became a guardian of nature, his legacy living on in the hearts and minds of all who heard his story.